Alright guys, 2017 STI with the Radium dual catch can setup. We no longer have the Cusco setup that we had before. We switched to a baffle setup, can for the PVC valve, and a separate can for your turbo inlets, head dump and block dump there. Gonna keep it as short as possible just to explain how the system works and what you gotta know before installing it. Things that need to be removed: your snorkel, your air box, air filter, disconnect your MAF sensor, your sound tubing, all of it needs to come off. This intake tube as well. Intercooler has to come off. Disconnect the bypass valve. What you could do, take off the throttle body too, but don't undo the hose for the bypass valve at the turbo inlet. You could leave it there and just push it aside as you go. And same thing with the throttle body. You could disconnect the connectors, top and bottom. And I just wound up taking off one of the cooling hoses. The bottom one I left intact, and like I said, I just moved the throttle body out of the way. Your PVC tree, take the whole thing out because it's gonna be a pain in the ass to get all the hoses that you need to get in there while the valve is still down there. Take the whole thing out and put your hoses outside. It's gonna be a lot easier because the top hose, half-inch hose here, it's a really tight fit. I actually had to make a cut on the inner part of the hose to actually get it to go in with engine oil and everything, and using all my strength. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so this can is for the PVC valve. Basically the top is the dump from the PVC tree. There's a hose that goes straight to the can, and then there's a side hose that goes to the fitting on the intake manifold. So basically the PVC valve is getting filtered through that can. And as far as your block dump and head dumps, they basically unite here. You have your block dump on this hose going to that T, your heads dump right there on this hose, unite with the block dump on the T and go to the top fitting on the can. There's a side port that basically goes back to the turbo inlet. There's a hose that's right underneath the tube for the turbo sound, and goes into the front turbo inlet. The rear turbo inlet, I don't know if you can see that plug there, is gonna get plugged off. They provide the plug for you. My cans did not come with the two bottom drain plugs that are all the way at the bottom of the can. So what I did, I got two 7/16 20 1-inch bolts and put Teflon tape and just threaded it in there for the time being. I got in contact with Radium and they're gonna send me the two plugs overnight, so I should be getting them Wednesday, and today's Monday. Any questions, just ask. All right.